in with another episode of the Watches Invicta Hybrid Sub-Aqua Master Calendar. And the shoes, I've said a million times, if you catch me out in the street, I'm probably going to have on a pair of slippers. I don't know if you saw those. I have done a review on those. So those are the shoes, slippers from Australia Lux Collective. All right, today we're going to do another jacket review. I did a Polo jacket review, and then I did a Polo collection, which showed 2 Polo jackets. This is going to be another double hitter, 2 Polo jackets in this one. But this is all I'm showing is the Polo jackets. Because like the other 2, well, like the black one that I showed, all you have to do is scroll down in the videos and you can check that one out. But these jackets have a lot going on, more than meets the eye, so to speak. And that's right up my alley. As far as my style goes, I like it to be basic, but more than meets the eye. Okay, so starting off, I'm just going to run through some of the features of this jacket. This is a Raincoat. You can see the back real quick. It has Japan on the back with the mountain, the famous mountain in Japan, and a tiger. Kind of looks hand painted, so that was probably kind of cool. I've been to Japan, so anytime I see clothing with places that I've been, that's also a selling point. It's like a souvenir, even though I didn't get it in Japan. The front has this Polo RL with the same mountain, very famous mountain in Japan, and a tiger on this side. One cool thing about this, it may be just a print, but it looks like it was done by hand because it wasn't a print that was perfected. So there's a lot of rough edges on the tigers and the back and then the front and the mountain. Really looks hand done, so that's a real positive and a nice touch by Polo. A lot of nice features. This has a brim on it, so if it was to rain on you, you would have a distance between the rain falling and your face, so it would just miss your nose and everything else. So that's pretty cool. I always like raincoats that have a brim. Just a real smart idea to put a brim on it. You've got leather and cotton. So the cotton is the rope coming in, and it's stopped from going back into the hood with really, really thick. Try to get a little closer for you. See if you can see how thick that is. Very, very thick piece of leather there. So we got the hood, we got shoulder, double fabric shoulders for reinforcement. We also have the metal underneath the arms for breathability, but it's one thing to make holes and it's another one to encase those holes in steel or metal or brass or whatever that material is that they use. Another nice touch by Polo. Secondly, this jacket is also not just a raincoat, but also a windbreaker. It doesn't feel glossy, it feels breathable, even though it's a raincoat, so that's a nice touch. All right, we'll go to the cuffs on the jacket. You can see real nice touch, nice pieces of leather. Belt system, it's not just for show, it actually works. So you can tighten it up or you can loosen it, whichever way you want to run with it. All right, then you have some bone. Really looks like bone buttons. Buttons made out of horns. Not bone, I guess I should say horn. Another nice touch, just a nice touch. You have metal clasping system here. Right there. I'll get in close so you can see that. So that's a pretty cool extra bonus touch. Nice little feature. So this jacket is really cool because when I saw it, I said this jacket will pair very well with another Polo jacket that I have. The other Polo jacket is not necessarily a warm or cold weather jacket. It's 20 degrees out here in Missouri right now. So I actually had that jacket on and I was freezing my butt off. And then I put this jacket over it, layers. Polo does a lot to make sure that its clothes look good when you layer them. So this is a layered situation we got going on here. Once I put this jacket, which is a windbreaker, as well as a raincoat, over the cotton jacket, also a polo jacket that I'm going to show, I started heating up and I started basically sweating. So I said, okay, that's perfect. This jacket works in tandem with a previous jacket that I got in a completely different state, but they just so happen to work together beautifully. So continuing on through here, I'll go ahead and obviously these things pull tight so you can really limit the amount of air, ice cold air, getting through. Or on a rainy day, it might be windy also, so you really limit the amount of wetness and moisture that can penetrate through the creaks and crevices of any raincoat. So you've got this system here with the horn all the way down, really, really nice setup. You've also got one button, so you get like three. That was we went through the clasp, that horn, and there's also a button here. So that's like three different ways to fasten this jacket. And what that reveals is a fourth way, a zipper. So anybody who likes the extra touches more than meets the eye is gonna really fall in love with this jacket. Really cool design. You can see here the zipper is has a leather pull tab on it, and it is a two-way zipper, so you can go up or down with it in case you gotta take a little leak. And then you put that back down, or you can come this way with it and undo the whole thing. This jacket has an inside pocket, which every raincoat in the world should have, but most don't. So that's an awesome thing. Doubled up, it's got another inside pocket. It's got the pockets on the outside with the same button that we had at the bottom. And because every raincoat that has an outside pocket gets wet on the inside eventually, it has metal surrounded holes so the water can drain out. If you have things in here, if you're smart, you put the things that absolutely can't be wet on the inside pockets, and things that it's not a big deal if they get wet on those pockets. And when they get wet, the water can drain right out. Really well thought out jacket. I should mention also, this jacket is extremely well reinforced with threading, stitching, reinforced stitching throughout. You can see in some places they have this to ensure that this pocket, when it gets sewed on, doesn't destroy the waterproof nature of the jacket. You got another pulling system like you had up here on the hood. Take this hood off. You've got another system here with another thick leather stopper as well on that side. And you've got a couple decals here. It's very hard to read because it's black on camouflage, but it basically says 67th Air Base and then all Aces Squad. Interesting touch. They're really into military and the flag and all of that in RM. All right, so ran through that jacket. Really cool setup. Went through the hole. This is the jacket underneath. As far as layering goes, anything I get, I pretty much what some people call curterize it. I make it mine. I went with leather in all of these pull tabs. Even the one in the hood has a pull tab. I went with my own lacing system for the collar. Just something I had laying around and it actually fit perfectly in this jacket. This jacket's pretty cool. It's got the peace. I'm all about that. Not war, not stealing from people's their resources, their land and all this other stuff. Never been about that. Hate-free zone. Polo badge there. Not a real big polo badge dude, but It's not like screaming polo. I know that's hot. A lot of people love that. I don't. So I wouldn't go for anything that advertises, because nobody's paying me to advertise, and slavery's over. So some people don't mind working for free, but that's not, to each his own. I refuse. So if they pay me, I walk around with polo on my chest. But otherwise, it's gonna have to be some kind of incognito situation, which this is. You pretty much have to know what you're looking at to know that's polo. It's not screaming polo at you. It's not screaming RL at you or anything like that. This jacket came with buttons. Got a button on there, lightning strike patch. Peace 67, peace written there. I already got that one. Hate-free zone. It's got more here. A dove. Begin with a smile. Make love, not war. On and on and on. Onto the jacket. It's got also a nice situation there with the sleeve. You can go here, you can go there, you can leave it open. Same on this side. Nice buttons. Be honest with you, I'm going to change these buttons out. I might give you a review once I do that. I already have the garment on the way in the mail, which has the buttons I want to put on this jacket. Probably will do a review real quick, something, or include it in another video, so you get a chance to see that update. There's another button. It's actually 67, but that equals 13. I'm not a fan of the number 13, so I turned it upside down, and then you got 29. Which is closer to 2 minus 9, 7, on and on and on. Went over that one. I like these situation here. You can take your hat off, keep this one on. But I am getting hot in this thing. You can take your hat off and put it in there if you had a reason not to carry it. All right, go over this little hat. There's another polo bear. I like the fact that his coffee or hot chocolate, probably since I own the hat, it's hot chocolate. I don't really drink coffee. I like the fact that it has steam coming out of it. I think that's a crazy amount of detail, that you would stitch a person or a bear with coffee, but go so far as to show through stitching that it has steam coming out of the cup. If you didn't catch that, put it up here again for you. Hopefully you can check it out. There's actually steam coming out of that cup. So that's a pretty cool touch. All right. So this bad boy's got a button system on it. It's got a zipper system. I actually added the leather. They had a cotton string. I wasn't really feeling that. No pockets on the inside. Oh yeah, it's got one pocket on the inside. And it's got a message there that really tries to make you think this is a military jacket. It talks about how it's windproof. I wouldn't say it was windproof because I was freezing at 20 degrees. It's not insulated. No reason why I would think it would work in 20 degrees, but definitely not windproof. That wind was cutting right through it until I put the other layer on. Okay, so we got this little clasping system. Again, that's not Polo's, that's my own. One cool feature I like about this jacket, as you can see, it's a very rugged looking, almost homeless. It's like several people look at you when you're wearing this jacket, like I don't have any change. It's like, which is cool if you have money in your pocket. It's actually kind of cool that you get that response as opposed to people asking you for change, you know? So that's cool. That's kind of something I'm going for. So, okay, last thing about this jacket. Also, I put that leather on there. They had cotton strings. I just thought this jacket, these are leather strings, tassels. But a cool feature of this jacket is this hoodie. And that sophisticated tartan pattern on the hoodie. I thought that was a really nice touch because, once again, you're hitting them with the potential of begging for money, because a lot of people who beg on the corners wear jackets similar to this. But with this pattern, it kind of turns it up a notch, like would have people do a double take. There's more than meets the eye to this guy. Maybe that's not a poverty jacket, you know, maybe that's not his situation at all. So, like I said before, anything that makes people think twice, a little more than meets the eye, I'm feeling it. I thought this is a really, really classy touch on their part to have such a warm jacket and then have a tartan pattern hoodie. Really, really nice touch on Polo. It really, really sold the jacket for me. Here's the back. Peace, love. I put this one here. It's kind of like I'm saying Ralph Lauren, quality for all, or Polo, quality for everybody. So I kind of like this play on the slogan that they were going for. Kind of switched it out and made it my own slogan. Just quality goods for everybody. How about that? I think that pretty much sums it up for this jacket. It also has the holes, breathability, but not with the metal, on the underarms. And I like the way they pleated it, even on the arms and on the back. So they gave you some room. Some of these pockets are also sewn in a way that gives you room inside the pocket, as opposed to just like this one is a standard pocket. And this one you can actually put bigger, bulkier things in because the pocket expands. That does it. Not missing anything. Thanks for watching another episode of Watching Shoes. I guess I'm gonna have to change this to watching more than shoes, because now we're watching clothes and jackets, even hats. So thanks for checking out another video. Thanks for the likes and thanks for the subscriptions. See you on the next video.